At the beginning, everything was normal. He was born normal. And by the age of 3, I started to notice like weird signs, like he used to laugh where he shouldn't be laughing, or he wouldn't like fix his room, even though he wouldn't get like a screen time. So weird reactions. And the main thing is that I noticed that it's not a conversation. There are sentences, there are requests, but it's not becoming a full conversation like with his twin brother. Then, it was then that I thought he might be on the spectrum. The symptoms that bothered me the most are that I've noticed that there's no conversation with him, just sentences, but they were distinguished, like 1, 2, 3. He could ask something, he could answer my question, like, how was your day? Or what do you want to eat? But it wasn't like conversation. It's really hard for him to make friends. His brother is so socialized. He loved going out with friends, even when they were 3. I'm talking about 3 years old, right? So his brother was super social, and he loved talking to people and ask questions and tell stories. And his brother, when we went to like a play date, I've noticed that Yuval just playing with himself, like building magnets or building puzzles or Lego, and his brother played with a friend. Yuval is a very special case. He's like special, he's double special. He's also on the spectrum, but he's got something that you can call regressive autism. It means that his autism is getting worse through age. So when he was 3 years old, he had none of the typical autistic movements, like waving his hands or repetitive speaking, none of the above. He was as normal, almost as his twin brother. But around 4 years old, we had a severe regression, and he basically stopped talking. He used to talk perfectly, large vocabulary, according to his age level. And suddenly he spoke less and less. He reacted less and less, and he disappeared. It was just like he wasn't there anymore. So it was like we lost him suddenly when he was 4. So my dream is and was and is that he will go back to how it was when he was 4. Now he's nearly 7. We tried light therapy. We tried homeopathic treatment, like with drops and liquids that I don't really know what was inside. And we went to speech therapy, and with ABA therapist, we gave him different medicines. We tried clonirit, and we tried something else, and Risperdal, that made him obsessed with food, but didn't really make any difference. There were no results. The Risperdal just made him be hungry all the time and obsessed with food. He even ate stuff from the floor. And the clonirit had 0 effect. So we tried a lot of different things, and none helped. His regression just kept on going worse and worse. The fact that we saw 0 results with all of our previous attempts to get any progress. We had 0 progress all the time, no matter what we did. Actually, my husband, he saw a doctor that talked about it in a webinar, an Israeli doctor, and he talked about it, and he started to investigate the subject and study it about it. We definitely used Google to search for it, and there's an Israeli Facebook group about the matter. I've talked to at least 4 different people that were considering doing that, or already been there and had the treatment. Some of them did it in Israel, some of them did it abroad. We joined some webinars and just tried to collect any information we could. Money. It's quite costly. We don't have, no one will give you the money for it. We don't have the treatment here in Israel. I mean, you can do it in Israel, but you need to get into the research, and Yuval is not like in the criteria for the research. So we had to get the money to do it. Once I understand it cannot do any harm, you know, it might give us some benefits, but we don't see the downside of it. So that was the, like, it's the main thing about not doing any harm, not getting any worse, what already quite worse. So if you know nothing can, I mean, it's not a problem, it's not a health problem, so might as well try it. We took Yuval to do MRI because his condition was getting worse and worse, as I was saying before. So his condition kept getting worse. His speech, his eye contact, everything was getting worse. So the doctor told us, listen, it's not normal. You need to do the MRI test. So we took him to the hospital. We hospitalized him like urgently. They thought he might have epilepsy or some condition. And I was talking there to the manager of all of all the Spectrum Kids doctor, and she said it's 100% waste of time and money, and don't do it, basically. We didn't listen to the two doctors. Actually, there were two doctors told us not to do it. His family doctor, his neurologic doctor, and the hospital doctor. So it's three, actually. And they all told us not to do it, but because we talked to parents and people from the field, people that felt it and saw it in their own eyes, we decided to do it anyway. The protocol consists of 4 days. In the first day, Yuval they took his blood test, measures height, weight, etc. Second day is the main protocol. So they gave him something sweet to drink to get him down, like to put him down, to get him to sleep. And it was about 45 minutes IV, an injection to the muscle, inhalation, and the nasal drops. That was the second day. It's exactly the same, it's repetitive. So the third day it's the same. You get the IV, you get the inhalation, you get the injection, you get the drops, the nasal drops. And fourth day, it's just like a general checkup, and you're free to go. It's not a problem because he was asleep the whole time, so there's no trauma. It wasn't painful at all because he was under anesthesia. About 2 weeks after we came back, he came back from kindergarten with a toy, and instead of banging it to the floor, he actually looked at it and tried to play with it. And about 3 weeks after the treatment, he started to call us like mom and dad again, after he stopped calling us mom and dad, like a year. I don't remember when, but before the treatment, he was talking in a one-word sentence like hungry, chicken, juice, like that. And after the treatment, and now you can see he can make a full sentences. So that was the main thing. And eye contact, and he was like more there. He was more present. The nasal spray I mentioned before, it's actually the exosome. It's like from what I understand, it's the stem cell base or seed, and they extract it from the stem cell itself. And then they put it into bottles, and it had to be like in deep freeze all the time. And it's a part of the protocol, and you get 5 little bottles you can take home. The 5 little bottles, it's about 6 weeks, 7 weeks of treatment, extra treatment, and it's combined with the IV and the inhalation and the injection should give you like a full umbrella of the treatment. We were there July. Now we're at April, so yeah, it's 8 months. After some time, we saw that there's a little bit of regression. So he got the exosome treatment again, and we saw that he's improving again. So it's really like it's a boost for the progress of the treatment. Physically, exactly the same. I'm mentally, once we got home, he was sometimes like more angry or with tantrums, but we saw it as a good thing because suddenly he got will, and he knows what he wants and he knows what he don't want. So if suddenly he's angry about something, it's a good thing because now he can be angry of something. He's aware, he's got like awareness of situations that he wants to do and don't want to do. And so physically, exactly the same. Emotionally, he got like, at the beginning, he was like more stormy, but then he really got like chilled. Now we can actually communicate with our kid. If before he used to speak with one word, now he can say sentences. It wasn't like one word sentences, it was a full sentence, not a conversation. I don't know if we could ever have conversation with our kid, but at least I know what he wants. I know what he don't want. He can ask for things. He calls us mom and dad. He can play. Our average day changed because we can talk to our kid. Now I can ask him what he wants. I can ask him what he want to eat, where he want to go, why he want to dress, I don't know, whatever. I can tell him do stuff. I can tell him to, I don't know, take the plate once he's like done with the food, take the plate to the sink. I can ask him do like little tasks. He tells me, he asks for hugs. He asks for a story, like something that he stopped doing when he was like 5. Suddenly it came back. So it's a big difference for us. Of course, do it as soon as you can, as young as you can, and don't hesitate because there are actual results. We didn't know what to think or what to hope for, and in the clinic they told us it's about 60%, like 60% the success rate, something like that. And we started to see results like after 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And when your kid like start to calling you mom and dad again after they after regressed and stopped doing that, it's a big difference. So, and I would recommend anyone, I would go again. Maybe I will go, I don't know, like in a year or so, like to do it again. Because I don't think you can lose. I think you can only gain. So why don't do it? So that's my message.